Hello, I'm Tony.
I'm Louie.
And this is
Talking During the Movie.
It's the Talking During the Movie podcast with your hosts, Louie Gravance and Tony Whitten.
So welcome everyone to another edition. This is our third sequel in a row now that we
Really?
have reviewed. Yes.
Really? And we missed one. We skipped one.
I know we missed a big one, but I figured whoever's going to see that, they're already going to see that.
Well, that's true.
But you weren't sure if we should even see this one. It was getting mixed reviews.
No, to be fair, it was getting terrible reviews, and you said, and I heard from Tony, I even heard from Chad, who thought we should do it, and I was like, I'm not sure I'm even going to go, but you both convinced me to do it.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of this is, should you spend your money on this?
Right.
Yeah, so this week we're reviewing Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I believe is the name. I don't know anybody calling it Fallen Kingdom.
Does it matter?
It's just the next Jurassic World movie.
Does it matter what it's called, really?
Not really, no.
So you, clearly you have, I should not be surprised, and I'm not surprised that you have an emotional tie with this franchise as well, yeah?
Yes.
As some of the others, yes.
Well, when the original movie came out...
25 years ago?
I think it was 93, same year as Schindler's List. I think it was 93. So 25 years ago, yeah.
People often think of those two movies in the same breath.
Yeah, well, that
Jurassic Park and Schindler's List.
That was probably his best year. Spielberg, I mean. So I did actually 2 impressions from that movie and got a lot of joy and excitement.
Really?
And applause from both of those. I not only did Jeff Goldblum character, Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Right.
I also did a mean Velociraptor impression.
Is that quite right?
That is true. You will not see it here.
Why? Wow, what a freaking tease that was.
Well, simply because in our studio, we simply do not have the capacity. This is a large space impression.
Okay.
This is like asking a parachutist to demonstrate in the dining room.
Oh, I see. It's like asking a high dive to go into a glass of water.
Right. It's simply
it's
do
just
not have the space to do it.
Nor should we ask.
Right. But actually, I was just at my stepfather's birthday.
Yes.
He turned 80 years old.
Really?
And the one thing he requested of me is do the dinosaur thing.
Okay, stop talking about it. If you're not going to do it, then shut up about it.
I'm simply saying these impressions made an impression on others, and this original movie made an impression on me.
All right.
I'm saying the impact is now several generations deep. Yes, it is several degrees deep.
Okay, so being this at one with the franchise, having meant so much to you.
I was even Dr. Ian Malcolm for when they opened up the Universal Park here in Orlando.
Really?
I opened that park.
Okay, all right. So we get it. So you are tied in. So how did you react to this? Do you agree with sort of like the peanut gallery that it's crap, or are you like what?
No, it's not crap. I don't think it should get a terrible review. I will say it is heavily flawed, but honestly, not much more flawed than the last movie that came out.
All right.
Not really, no.
Because this is what I can't believe that I don't understand where the canker nod. I don't understand where. You know what I mean? I don't know where before and after happened. I don't know what the line was.
What do you mean? There was a definite 3 which kind of finished that story, and then they've relaunched it as Jurassic World.
But people seem to love the other one, and I thought it was just ridiculous. And so when I'm hearing people talk about how dumb this one is, I'm like, it doesn't seem any. It's very similar. Okay, there is a little bit. People say, "Oh, it's a horror film." There is sort of an interesting. Monster moment, something that's almost an homage to the way monster movies are made.
Yeah, and I think that's...
But I didn't dislike that part.
Well, not necessarily, but that's... Would you go and see like an Adam Sandler movie if it turned into a horror movie? That's not why you go in to see this movie, if it switches genre. This is actually 2 different movies.
But one could argue that they've all been horror films.
Well, the first one had this kind of wonder and whimsy to it, of the discovery of it. And it's never going to get that back. It's never going to get that back. It broke the CGI mold. It showed you what was possible in cinema, and it's never been the same. Right. You're never going to get that sense of wonder whimsy back, even if it was tinged with. That was the point of the original movie: is technology without morality.
Right.
That was the whole point of it.
And now that's
yes, and even in Dr. Malcolm, the Jeff Goldblum character was the talking point of that, and all of it came true. Everything broke down into chaos because we did not take responsibility for the leaps in technology that we were doing.
Exactly,
right?
but this is the same issue with every one of them. But go ahead.
Yes, but it has been pushed. That has been pushed into the background to now make them monster movies, to now make them horror movies, to now make them more actiony. They have that lesson in here, but it is lectured to you. Yes. It is not told. You do not see the chaos breaking down. It has already happened. You are lectured. And if I want, this is a visual medium. And if I want to be told a lesson, you have to show me the lesson. But that they showed me was a monster movie. They had to shoehorn in the lecture. They had to shoehorn in the lesson. So like you have the opportunity. Show me that. But instead that, no, we're going to make money by one making two different movies and slapping them together.
Well, and this one is, and how silly to say, because you know, first of all of these franchises follow a formula. I mean, they all, you know, stick pretty close to the, you know. But not like these. Go ahead. Not like I mean, this one. These are the same freaking movie. I mean.
Mm-hmm. Well, it happens a lot with big movies. There is usually one. Maybe you're lucky enough to get a sequel that really cements in the franchise, and then everything after that, they've taken the wrong theme and keep hitting that button over and over. They did it with Terminator, where it had two really good starting movies, and then the third movie was a rehash. Mm-hmm. It was like, well, now it's just a chase movie. Mm-hmm. Like that wasn't the point of the first movie. It was impossible odds against an unstoppable enemy. Same thing with Alien. Alien was about being isolated and stalked, and that feeling of fear and isolation. And the second movie was like that as well, except the spin on that was that now you can fight back, but it's still against unsurmountable odds. And the third one and everything beyond that has just been a horror film. It has just been a schlockfest.
Well, okay, and we don't, you know that we don't do spoilers here, but I'm not going to now either. Mm-hmm. So the last 5 minutes happened of this movie, which are the most annoying as all hell, because not only does the child that happens that's in it, I'm not spoiling anything there, says and does something that you just want to snap her little neck for.
A lot of the characters, that's not even a spoiler, a lot of the characters stretch the limits of believability with their choices.
And with their hair.
Almost all of them.
And all of them with their hair.
All of them with their hair.
I mean, come on. We'll get to the hair in a minute.
Yeah.
Or we'll get to the hair now.
You gotta have good hair in these movies nowadays.
Yeah, but the thing is, Miss Bryce Dallas Howard, even in the last one, she was running around ridiculously in high heels.
Everyone makes a big deal out of that. So what?
Clearly, you've never run in high heels, have you?
No.
Well, then I rest my case
but
there.
If a dinosaur was chasing me, I might have the proper
You'd
motivation.
take him off.
You would take him. Who cares?
That's not the point. In this one, she's being thrown through glass and all this, and she never loses the perky bangs, you know? It's a lot about hair in this.
Well, to me, this was all about
Toby Jones's wig, and
this is all about the visuals. I would like to see a calendar of the Jurassic World, this movie. I would love to see that, because there are 6 to 12 like wonderful, beautifully composed and animated key frames, and you can see them coming. You can see the camera panning, and the foreground subject is getting there, and then the background subject is coming into place, and then cue the dinosaur roar. And it's a keyframe, and I want that on. I want
the camera work is good in this movie, even if you think the film is
the camera work and the visuals are absolutely amazing. They are these wonderful snapshots, these postcards, and they're going from each one to the other, and they're visually gorgeous. But there's not that much story to support that. It's like, well, we'll just get to the next. This would look cool.
After the child does the thing that I wanted to break her neck, and that sounds terrible, and I'm sorry, but
metaphorically,
yeah, exactly. This movie has that thing where in the last 5 minutes you go, wait a minute. So in other words, you're promising me that the next time I come to one of these movies, I'm going to see the one I paid to see this time.
That's the other thing that frustrates me.
It's a real piss off.
And a lot of movies are doing that now.
But this one,
they're world building.
This is even worse than the Avengers as far as.
This is the culmination of this trend where they are not selling you this story; they are selling you the next movie. I'm like, but I'm here to see this movie.
This time. Right.
Tell me this movie. Don't sell me a commercial for the next movie. All these movies are commercials
for the next movie. Trailer for the movie that you thought you were seeing. And that's going to
be a commercial for the next movie.
Well, it better not be.
It is. You know that's what they're doing now.
No, there's a chill in the air. There's a chill in the air.
They made so much money off the last one. They're going to make a ton of money on this one.
There are nervous people drinking highballs in Hollywood. You know why?
That's Hollywood.
They've thrown out a lot of major surefire franchise launches or installments in the last few months. And with the exception of one, none of them have exceeded expectations, and only one besides that has even come close to meeting expectations. All the others have sent a shiver down the spine. A Star Wars movie is not going to turn a profit. Let that sink
Well, we
in.
said that last week. Solo is a decent movie. It's a good movie.
And it's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie. I think it's because people are burnt out. They're so disappointed with the other two movies. The actual Star Wars trilogy movies. That was a big disappointment. Like, do I really want to go see another Star Wars movie?
You know what? I think you guys are being so strangely withholding, you Star Wars, devotees. You really are. Wow, man. I mean, the wrath. You put up with those middle three awful,
the prequels?
Freaking movies, and you hung in there.
No, they're terrible.
And you draw the line at that last one. This is
what do you mean?
You drew.
What are you talking about?
You were the same way. You drew the line with the last installment of the Star Wars movies.
The Last Jedi?
Yes, and
it's a disappointment.
Okay. All right, but
yeah.
So in other words,
I'm not going to be excited
saying
about the next one.
So in other words, you felt entitled, and this is the wrong word maybe, but you felt entitled to punish the next installment because the previous one.
But I didn't. I saw Solo and I liked it. You just have to make a good movie. I'm saying maybe that explained the box office, that other people felt disappointed. I'm not holding Solo responsible for The Last Jedi.
Because this movie's going to make money.
Solo was entertaining.
But
I like that and Rogue One better than Force Awakens and The Last Jedi.
This opening weekend's about 25 mil shy of what they hoped it would be.
See, I don't understand what we're hoping.
Well, it's like any business. You have a business plan. You have a ton of
money.
Well, yes, but you've got to make so much per dollar. You know how it works. It's like you have targets to make.
Yeah, you have quotas, I guess, but it's so arbitrary. You never know really what it's going to do. You never really know.
Yeah, but you're not an analyst that's talking to
No, and there shouldn't be. You fire those people. They don't know what they're talking about.
The stock price is directly linked in many cases to what something's going to happen in that quarter. And
they should base it on what's actually happening rather than what's going to. And this is what you're making. You are making a ton of money. Be happy with that.
The Incredibles 2 has proved two things. If you're going to do this, you've got to wait enough time so that people really want to see you again and have you over for dinner. Mm-hmm. And when they have you over for dinner, you better look really good.
And the food better be good.
It better be good.
It better be good.
It better good. It doesn't even have to be
like this movie. If I'm coming for dinner, don't give me an appetizer and then tell me, the real food's coming the next time you invite over. No.
Culinary metaphors.
You need a good You need a good meal now, and that's not. I didn't get this. This was not a bad movie. It was entertaining. Like I said, very visually interesting.
It's not a bad movie.
It's a frustrating movie. This is a frustrating movie.
Well, it's just dumb.
It is a frustrating movie where you could have done, but really, where are they going to go? It's always just more dinosaurs.
I wanted to see the movie that they teased in the last 5 minutes, which is that what you think you're.
I don't know if I'm going to see
those of you who have seen the preview probably think, I want to go see. If I go see this one, it's going to be all about how
it's setting up the next movie. Yeah, I don't know if I want to see it. I've seen that movie before,
but that one sounds more interesting to me than the one we just saw.
I've seen it before.
Well, you'd seen this one before too, pretty much.
I just saw the last one. Yeah, that's why I'm frustrated. Yeah. I'm like, I just saw this, and what I saw was a preview for the next movie.
Do you think that maybe you're just growing up?
And that's two different movies.
Do you think that maybe you're just growing up?
Maybe you think my tastes are more sophisticated?
No. Well, did you think that you're just at the age where you've grown up with these franchises, you had a romance about these franchises, you've invested in these franchises, and now they're turning out to be
I have a dinosaur puppet
and
a Mr. DNA shirt.
And now you found out that all this time...
I am an adult, but I don't know how much I've grown up.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, are you just maybe now realizing that you were always going out with a beautiful hooker? And not really a girl that loved you.
There's always been really big, dumb sequels. That's happened my entire life. That's
Jaws.
That was all the Jaws sequels are terrible and big and dumb, and they were hoping to make more money. And
the second Jaws was one of the first movies I was ever up for. Maybe the second movie I was ever up for ever. Yes, and I didn't get it, which may have been good. But Those movies really just like had nothing to say after
Nothing
the
to
first
say.
run.
No, it's just there's a shark eating people. Like, no, you're missing the point. It's about building up the fear and the unknown. And then it became...
You know what would have been good?
Every Jaws movie became a monster movie.
What would have been good if you just not gone too big? What if the dinosaurs had just gone to a different theme park? What if the dinosaurs had just found their way like a Disney Animal Kingdom, and was like intertwined with the animals there, and they were like disappearing? What if they had like, what if their DNA was programmed to want to be within a theme park world, and since theirs was crashing, they went and found another one? See, that's way more intelligent than the movie we just saw.
As bizarre as that is, it's oddly more intelligent. And I just had I had an idea and then I lost it. I was something else I wanted to say about. It was yeah. They don't know what to do with the dinosaurs story-wise. Are they the villains? Are they worth saving? Are they worth destroying? They're like, no, we have to get them off the island. The volcano is going to destroy them all. And then we get them off the island, and then they're the ones that are eating all the people.
I was just going to say...
They're the ones killing all the people.
Right. It should be as no surprise. This is also not a spoiler that dinosaurs eat people. And it's ugly. And they eat them, and they eat them, and they eat them. And after 2 hours of eating them, then you've got to deal with Bryce Dallas Howard going...
But they're beautiful.
They can stop this right now, but Bryce has to go... But what did she say? Something stupid like, but I don't want to kill them, or something like you know.
It's all the things. Yeah, it was all about saving them. Like,
you have more test
made
tubes.
The mess.
You have more test tubes.
You made the mess.
You can do this again,
and you can fix it genetically so that they're slow and sluggish. And I'm
These aren't pets.
In the original movie, the dinosaurs were the villains, very clear cut. Raptors, T-Rex, they were the villains. We had to avoid them, or else they will kill you.
And we're not even talking about the prettiest thing in this movie.
And now it's about the humans trying to exploit the dinosaurs constantly, and they're the bad guys now. But the dinosaurs are also the bad guys because we have to avoid them. They don't know what to do with them. Are they the good guys or the bad guys?
And
Make a choice and go with it.
Chris Pratt's relationship with Bryce Dallas Howard in these movies is very similar to his relationship with Zoe Saldana in the Guardians of the Galaxy
movies.
It's
so flatline, I don't care. You have to make some progress, or else I don't care about the story.
Wow,
something has to happen.
Yeah, you've really...
It's frustrating.
You've turned.
It's frustrating.
Welcome you finally coming to the party. I've been singing this song for a while now. Come on.
You just have to make a good movie. It doesn't have to be smart. It can be dumb fun. Well, like Speed is just dumb summer fun.
Okay, but
the first Transformers is dumb summer popcorn, and it's still a good movie.
But those aren't pretentious movies. Those aren't trying to be anything other than exactly what those are.
They're just good fun movies,
Yeah.
And this is a cash grab. And it's a frustrating cash grab because you're not at least further the story. If you want to world build, if you want me to come back, you have to tell me a good story.
These performances
you can't just
are
sell me
also
on the
not
next
very
one.
good.
I don't care about any of the people in it. I don't care about any of them. There is nothing interesting.
Oh my God! Do you even know who Geraldine Chaplin is?
No.
Okay, Geraldine Chaplin is Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter.
Okay.
Okay, that little mousy British woman.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who that is. She was kind of a big sensation for about 8 minutes in the mid-'70s. She was in Robert Altman films. She was in his biggest film, Nashville. She had a big part in that. But she sort of disappeared for years, and it was like, oh my God, she's not had any work done, and she's, like a lot of those proud British actresses do. That's Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter, don't you know?
Is she the Richard Attenborough of this film?
Yes!
Because there's a lot of winks and nods to the original movie, like heavy winks and nods to the original movie, visual-wise, story-wise, word-wise. And Richard Attenborough, the first Mr. Hammond, had been out of movies for like 15 years.
Yeah.
And they brought him back for Jurassic World.
He was a director. He was a major director.
And they brought him back in front of the camera to
After Dr. Dolittle, he became a director. You know who he is in Dr. Dolittle?
He's the llama.
No! He's the guy that sings about the llama.
Oh, he's Dr. Dolittle? I thought Dr. Dolittle.
He's the one that comes out, I've never seen anything like it in my life. That's Richard Attenborough.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I'm not. I don't recall that.
Do you know nothing?
I'm sorry. I do not follow the life and times.
But I feel like I really need to be honest about something about this movie.
What's that?
And I really do.
What's that?
I I fell asleep for about, I think, 10 to 15 minutes.
There's long stretches of boring.
No,
not
I mean,
boring.
no,
not exposition.
but it's that
boring.
loud bam, 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 bam boring. It just after a while, just I have to admit, I did.
I stayed awake, but
I lost about 10 minutes of it.
I could see how someone could do that.
I did.
Movie. Yeah,
I did. I lost minutes. I lost a few minutes of it.
It's not even worth.
And I woke up to Geraldine Chaplin's face, which was scary. If you know what she looked like in the 70s, it was like, oh Jesus God! It took me. It was like, wow, okay, that sounds very tacky of me, but it's just
a little tacky.
But it's the way life is. If you look at Glenda Jackson right now, who's having a major hit on Broadway, and she's one of the great ladies of the theater of all time in the 20th century.
An American treasure.
She's not an American treasure. She's a
British treasure.
Right. But part of what they are is they live their face like a relief map. It shows what they've lived.
We had faces.
It's not. But I mean, it's not like American actresses that get it all smoothed out. I mean, these women like whoa. It's like Maggie Smith. It's like okay. I've seen every pub that you've been to there. That's so.
Yeah, but that's what makes it interesting.
Exactly.
It's the flavor.
I'm not just being cheesy about the way. Geraldine
well, if you woke up and that's the first thing you saw.
Well, it was.
And you weren't expecting it.
Right.
You could wake up to a chocolate cake right here. It would jolt you something because you weren't expecting it. It could be the most beautiful chocolate cake ever. I don't know.
I think we managed to mention that you should go see The Incredibles 2.
Oh yes.
But I think what we're saying is you don't need to see this movie.
Not really. No.
In fact, even if you kind of want to, you probably shouldn't. Because I know lots of people like you, like our good friend Adam Graham, who has very good taste.
Yeah.
Who feels as though, he feels as though he's been almost raped by this motion picture. He feels
That's a stroke. No.
Well, okay, and those are my words, not his.
I would say taken.
Okay.
You've been taken. You've been had. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I think he would probably say
let's
the same
not
thing.
diminish that. I feel like you've been had. Like,
right.
Yeah, this is
taken advantage of.
Taken advantage. This is not the movie you paid for. You're paying for a preview for the next movie.
But you're angry because you know you should have known better.
I'm frustrated. Yeah.
But you should have known better.
You should have known better, and that's why we review.
You should know better.
Yeah. So I'd say it's not a bad movie. It's a frustrating movie. You can skip it and you won't miss a thing.
But it's a word that when people usually use this about movies, I'm like, oh, shut up. But I would say it's unnecessary.
I would say buy the postcards. And that you've got the movie right there. I hope they release some nice 11 by 17s.
Oh, they will.
Of some still frames and put them on your wall if you're a movie fan.
They will.
Gorgeous, but really that's all you need out of these movies. To see those visuals for those 6, 7, 8 keyframes. That's all you need.
Disney actually said they're actually taking a breather on the next Star Wars movie. That's how afraid they are. That's how, because they had another standalone coming.
Yeah.
And it's now on hold. That's how much this sent a shiver up their spine this summer.
Tell a good story. People are
we're in for more. We are in for more.
I'm sure it's not over yet.
This summer, we're in for more of these, these franchise gasping. I really sense we're in for more.
Yeah.
Well, I do.
Even if it's not the same franchise. I saw a trailer for Dwayne Johnson in Skyscraper.
Yeah.
Which to me, I said out loud, it's Die Hardest.
Yes.
So it's relaunching a franchise that it's not even associated with.
Yes. But he's a star.
Still.
Well, I'm just saying he can carry. He's at that point in his career where you just
even Die Hard was a sequel.
Yes.
Most people don't realize that.
Another one they put on hold. Another sequel they've been like, okay, maybe not. Yes, I know.
You don't need to. And they're just.
Okay, but speaking of sequels,
Speaking
of sequels, and then I'm okay. Speaking of sequels that you don't need, but I saw the preview and I'm like, oh, okay. I've been saying you so don't need another installment of Robin Hood.
No.
But have you seen the preview with the young man from The Kingsman, Taron Egerton?
No.
Have you not seen it?
I have not seen this.
As Robin Hood?
No.
It looks really good. It's like Robin Hood meets Assassin's Creed kind of hooded kind of thing, and you know what? It actually looks really interesting. Like maybe
since the last Robin Hood movie and the last Assassin's Creed movie did so well.
Well, maybe then 2 months. I don't know. I'm just saying the preview looked good.
Oh, okay. Got you excited? That's what it should do.
Well, he gets me a little. I mean, I love his work.
All 3 of them. All 3 of his movies.
I love his work.
Okay.
I do love his work.
Okay. It's fine in The Kingsman.
No, he's adorable.
Yeah. It's going to be another one of those, I'm sure, and it's just going to be even sillier and crazier than the last one. I don't know if I'm going to see the next one. Kingsman.
Wow.
I'm done. You got to tell me a good story now.
Wow.
That's a lesson they learned in the first Superman movie, the original Richard Donner movie. They were making 2 of them back to back, the first one and the second one.
Yes.
So they were shooting the one with the supervillains, the 3 supervillains, 2 and 1 at the same time.
I knew that. I knew the woman that was the 3.
Sarah Douglas, you know her?
She was amazing. She was an amazing.
She's wonderful. She's an
amazing, wacky human being in person.
She seems like it, but she does great work.
But anyway, yes.
Anyway, so
they're still alive.
I think so.
Okay.
But they're shooting them back to back, and then someone has the idea, if the first one isn't good, no one's going to pay for the second one. So they shut down production on the second one, made the first one as good as they could, even took a couple ideas and things from the second.
Is this true?
movie. This is all true. Put it into the first movie, release it, huge hit. And they made the right movie. If they hadn't done that, it might not have been as good.
Right.
You spent millions on a second movie.
Right.
Nobody cares about.
They wouldn't have done with Richard
Continuing
Pryor.
the story. Right. It wouldn't have been. I could go on and on. The Superman movies, which became campy.
All right.
And about the villain rather than about Superman. So anyway,
if you want to see you got 2 really good sequels. You can go see Deadpool, not kids, or you can see Incredibles, definitely kids.
Yeah. Go see. Incredibles.
And really, you're not going to do better than that this month.
Not really, no.
You're not going to do better than. In fact, you might not do better than that all summer.
I'd say go see Incredibles 2 twice before you see this movie.
Yeah.
If you got 2 tickets, go see that movie twice.
I agree. Having said that,
right, and even that one is set up for another movie, but
yes, it is.
But it tells this story.
Wouldn't it be great if they did one just about Edna?
I don't know. She's not the superhero.
Yeah, but what an interesting take that would be, a movie about her.
I would see like an 8-minute short about it.
All right.
Before that movie.
All right.
I don't know if she's. There's only so many sidekicks you can.
Okay.
You can
all
bump
right.
up. Frasier did it. That's about it. Anyway, I'm Tony.
I'm Louie.
And this has been
Talking During the Movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You look like it.
Thank you. You too.